We need more strawberry. Yeah. Put some berries on this one.
Some parents complain to me that kids don't eat all of their lunch that's right. Do you ever say to your parents, I want less lunch?
Yeah, you tell your parents. You give them your complaints. But then just don't be too fussy and bug your parents on, because you may not like this, but it's always good to try new things. It might end up being your favourite meal.
When it comes to the causes of food waste, parents often complain about their kids' fussy eating. Here at Mt Eliza Primary School, they're using wasty, tasty meals.
I put a bit of extra everything.
Nude food days and cooking classes for kids to try and solve this problem. Can't wait to see if it works.
What do you think, Charlie? They look pretty good? Yeah. Fantastic. Well done. Wow. We've got our Year 4s who are in the kitchen today working on their feast program. It's part of our curriculum. This is really about being able to not waste food. It goes into our garden where they harvest the food and then they bring it into the kitchen to cook it.
It's a bit deep, Zach. Zach, they're planting flowers. Do you want to plant some flowers? Zach and I, we helped plant those seeds. You learn about how much water, how much effort and how much time goes into growing these foods that you might just take for granted.
And lots of people don't know. They're like, oh, my food just comes from the supermarket. But it actually doesn't.
Oh, wow, this is amazing.
Okay, bring it nice and close.
What are you making?
Right now, we're making crunchy noodle salad. So we're basically using up all the parsley and herbs and carrots, capsicums and lombok. And then we're going to mix them all together with some crunchy noodles and our dressing.
What do you call these meals?
We call them wasty tasty because we're saving all the things that might go to waste.
Why is food waste bad for the environment?
Food waste is terrible for the environment because when it goes to the landfill, it creates a harmful gas called methane, which is then one top contributor to climate change.
Excellent. You think you've reduced the waste in your house?
Yeah.
How are we going?
Good.
Yeah.
You're Zach's dad.
I am Zach's dad.
Oh, okay. So has it changed the eating habits?
It has.
We don't need juice.
We do apple juice.
Both with Zach and his elder sister also did the program. What they've cooked, they wanted to eat.
I love the fact that you're not only solving the food waste problem, you're also getting a meal cooked for you.
Oh, yeah.
This is genius.
One of the big things that we've noticed is that the children are using way more descriptive language when they're talking about food. They're explaining why they like it, why maybe it's not their favourite, and what they could potentially do to swap out those things so that they will eat it.
Do you enjoy the meal?
Hello, can I join you here?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yes.
Yeah. It's delicious?
It's very
Good.
refreshing.
Oh, look at you.
Every time that she makes something at school, she'll come home and cook it on the weekend. A recipe that she makes with spinach and banana, a smoothie.
I always thought it sounded gross, a spinach smoothie, but really it just changes the colour. The spinach doesn't give any flavour.
How many things can you cook now, do you reckon?
I think I could invent recipes now more.
And do you reckon it's changed your tastes as well? Like, will you eat a wider variety of food?
Yes, and I think it also makes me more eager to finish my food.
It's not just in theory, though. Mark Boulay from Monash University has found that kids that are actually involved in making their food waste less food as well. So getting kids involved in the actual cooking process, that has some impact.
Yeah, it does. So there's evidence to show that when kids are familiar with the food that they're eating, they're more likely to eat the entire meal.
Well, thank you for making breakfast for us.
Food waste globally contributes about 5 to 10% of greenhouse gas emissions every year. And from an environmental perspective, reducing food waste is probably one of the most significant things anyone can do to play their role.
At Mt Eliza, the students aren't just trying to reduce their waste through their cooking program. They've got a really active student team who are coming up with other solutions.
I hope we have no plastic. That would be absolutely amazing.
Do a little check. Can we give it a check now?
Okay, folks, who has brought in nude food today? Fantastic.
We've got a Mt Eliza environment team.
Excellent. Can we have a look at your lunchbox?
At the moment, we've got a nude food raffle happening. So if you bring your food in with no wrappers, then you get a raffle ticket, so you could potentially win a prize.
Good luck.
I like that.
And lunch orders don't count.
Okay. Well, I'm just noting that down. Lunch orders do not count.
Our parents, they might have had different habits when they were young and they didn't have to change it. But now we just grow up with those habits, like with the nude food raffle. If your parents make your lunch, you just tell your parents, I want nude food. I want nude food every day. And then it turns into a habit for your parents that they just never stop even when it's over. That's the aim.
I feel like you're training your parents very well. I think this is good. Oh, guys, you've saved one for me for dessert. Thank you for that.
No problem.
So what's this one?
Peach parfait.
Peach parfait with fruit skewers. I love what they're doing here at Mt Eliza Primary School, getting the kids involved in cooking and gardening and giving them a better appreciation of where their food comes from. It'd be great to see this happening at other schools because I think it could have a big dividend to reduce food waste. You too can help fight the war on waste. To find out how, scan the QR code or go to abc.net.au/waronwaste.